Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the video. So today I have another Insurgency Sandstorm SDK tutorial video for you guys. And so in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a minimap for your map. Now I have made a video going over how to create a minimap before, a while ago, but I decided to create a updated version of that video because over time and since that video I've learned how to create your minimap a bit better and also make it so that your icons is nicely aligned on the minimap when you actually look at it, because in that video I showed you guys that the at the end, even though the minimap worked, but the icons were all messed up because they weren't displaying correctly on the minimap where you actually were. And so that's why I want to show you guys in this video how to do it in a better way. So one thing that we'll also be doing is we'll be using Photoshop in this video. So if you don't have Photoshop, you can always use GIMP, but we're basically gonna crop the image afterwards before we import it into the engine. Yeah, with that said, let's get to it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you have an overview area in your map. So here you guys can see I have my overview area map. Now to add a overview area volume into your map, what you need to do is you want to come over here to all classes and search for playable area. And what you do is you drag it in, for instance, and then you want to make sure you're on the details panel and you want to uncheck scenario area, and here where it says playable area type, change this to overview area. And so after you've done that, what you want to do is you want to make sure you size it according to where people will be playing, and then or wherever, how big you want it, but you have to make sure that the X and the Y is the same size, because the volume has to actually be a square. It can't be any, like the X can't be a little bit higher than the Y, for instance. They both need to be the same value because they need to end up as a square. Otherwise you're gonna have some problems. So what we are going to do is I'm going to delete this one that I created. And so what you guys can quickly do is go ahead and quickly I'm just gonna hide that one, but then quickly do that, size it up to wherever you want it on your map, but make sure it's on the X and the Y the same size, so it's a square. And then you want to name it overview area. So by default it will be called playable area, but then just rename it to where it says overview area. And so once you've done that, the next step that we're going to do is quickly take a few screenshots now from above or from on top for your minimap, and then we're going to go into Photoshop and then crop the image. But I'll show you guys how to do all of that stuff in a second. So the first thing that you want to do is, at first we're going to take a screenshot with all of this UI and stuff like visible. So what we're basically going to do is you want to like roughly go into the center of your map or wherever it is, and then you want to just look down like this. And what we're going to do is you want to go to perspective and click on top. And then now what we are going to do is you want to roughly stay in the center of your map and just press F11 so it goes full screen. And then the next thing you want to do is come over here to this arrow on the left, click on high resolution screenshot. And now this is the part where you'll have to like play a little bit around with it. But what you want to do now with this first image with the UI visible is you want to make sure you make the screenshot big enough to where you can see the entire square of that volume in the image. So I already have roughly the like the number that I'm gonna put in here that will include that entire square into the image. So I put it mine on 5.5, but like I said, you guys will have to be. It's a trial and error because you'll probably also like take multiple image before you get it correct. And so after you've done that, all you do is you just click on take a screenshot. And once that happens, it should pop up a thing where you can then view the image in the folder. So you just give it a second. Okay, like there. I think it did just take the image. So let me just quickly go to the directory where it puts it. I think it's here. Nope. Let me just quickly press F11 because I want to exit and just quickly take a normal screenshot so I can see where it puts the image. So by default it's in your app data, local, insurgency, saved, screenshots, and then Windows. So I'm just going to quickly minimize that, and then I'm going to go back to full screen, and then I'm just going to quickly see where it took those images. I think it's these ones here. Yeah, it is this one. So as you can see, in this one, for instance, that square of that volume is in the image correctly. So that is actually fine, but I'm gonna quickly delete these two images that we took, and I'm just gonna quickly do it again. And so once it takes the screenshot, I'm gonna just make sure I can see the entire square of that volume in the image. Now this will just help us to crop the image. So let me see. Yep, okay, that looks fine. Is it in at the bottom? Yep, okay, it does look like it's fine at the bottom as well. And so the next thing that we gonna have to do is I'm just gonna delete this and just move a bit back and take a screenshot again. But I do think this first one that we're gonna do will be fine. Like I said before, this is a trial and error situation, so we'll have to like probably also take multiple images, but I think this one is fine. So we're gonna keep that image, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly, without clicking on anything else, just come back here to where it says stop and click on perspective, and you're gonna press G to hide the UI, and go back to top view, and then take that same screenshot as again without moving the camera. So let's quickly do that. Now as you can see in this one, after I press G, some of the buildings are missing. That's just something to do with the prefabs. You guys will probably not have this problem happening to you on your map. But if you are also using the prefab building stuff, you guys might have this problem as well. But I don't know, I haven't figured out how to fix it yet, but I'm just gonna ignore it for now for the tutorial, because the rest of the stuff is not gonna do anything if you guys don't see this. Well, it won't do anything to the tutorial part of the video. So it just took the image just now. So there you guys see, we have our normal one with the buildings missing. That's just on my map. You guys will probably not have this problem. But it's because I was using the prefabs blueprint stuff and you're not actually supposed to. And so once you've taken these two images, as you can see, we have our one with the UI visible and the other one that doesn't. So we're gonna basically copy or move these, or if you want to, I'm just gonna move them into another folder in here, and then we're gonna quickly open Photoshop. So let me quickly do that. Let that open. So like I said before, you can also use GIMP if you have that instead. we're basically just gonna crop the thing. So, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do it in Photoshop. I'm gonna quickly see which one is which. Okay, so this is the one with the UI. So I'm gonna say with UI, and then this one I'm gonna say no UI, like so. Okay, so the first one that we're gonna drag in is the one with the UI, and I'm just gonna press enter. Oh nope, I don't want to crop it. Cancel. Don't crop. Okay, so once you have done that, the next one that we're gonna drag in is the one with the no UI. And so after you've done that, all you need to do is just rasterize the layer, and we're gonna put the UI one on top, like so, and then make sure you click on layer 0, because this is the one with the UI, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna click the crop tool, and we're gonna scroll here into this corner here on the left, and then you wanna then you wanna then start cropping. So you wanna start from the corner where this yellow starts on this side, and then all I'm gonna do is slowly, I'm slowly gonna make this crop bigger. So that's also what you need to do. So slowly make this crop bigger, and then I'm slowly also scrolling out so we can see a bit more, like so. And then what you want to do is once we get here into this other corner, you want to scroll back in, like so. If you guys don't know how to scroll in, you just hold Alt in and then use your scroll wheel on your mouse. So once we've done that, I'm gonna scroll in until it goes all pixely, and I'm gonna move this one nicely here in the corner. It should sort of snap, but if not, it doesn't always. But I just want to make sure it's all correct. We don't want any of the yellow in it. Like so. I think that's fine. Let me just move it a bit up. Okay, like so. I think that's good enough. And so after you've done that, then you set the crop. I'm gonna zoom out, and then all you do is press enter, and now it cropped the image for us. And now if you hide the one with the UI, you guys will see it also cropped the one with the no UI, because the no UI is the one that we're gonna be using. And so once you've done that, all you need to do is you can hide this one, and then right click, or just click there. Make sure you click on the no UI, and then we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna quickly just save this project, this Photoshop project, and then quickly go and say save as. And then after you've done that, you click on the drop down, click PNG, and we're just gonna call this MiniMap, and then click OK, save. Now it's gonna save the image for us. Okay, it saved the image for us. There you guys go, like so. And now the only other thing that you need to do is after you've done that, you want to come over here to image, and then go to image size, and we're going to make this 2048, yeah, or 2048 by 2048. So 2048 by 2048, and click OK. And so now that we've done that, we should be able to just save it again. I almost forgot to do that, sorry. And then just save it. Oh wait, we can actually save this one as number 2. Like so. And then after you've done that, you can close Photoshop. And so now we have our minimap here. But I see I accidentally made the other one visible. Ugh, but it's okay. Just make sure you don't have... let me just go back here and double check. Now just make sure you have this first layer that has the UI to not visible. But that's fine. I'm just going to leave it like that. But just make sure you guys don't have the one visible. And then all we need to do now is we can close this. And now go back to perspective. Press G to show our UI again. Press F or Shift F11. And then we can do the next. So, whoops. Accidentally went underneath the world. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do is you want to go to your main content folder of your mod. And then if you don't have a folder for it yet, you want to make a folder called UI. And then in here, you want to make another two folders. One called materials, the other one called textures. And then so the first one we'll be going into is the materials folder. So just create a folder by right click and say new folder and make a materials folder. Same for the textures. And then once you're in the materials folder, you want to right click, go to materials and textures, and then choose material instance. And then this one is going to be mi underscore map overview underscore whatever your map's name is. So my map's name is tutorial, but obviously you guys will have a different map name. And so after you have done that, we want to open it. And then once you've done that, you want to come over here to parent. And in here, you want to click on this drop down. You want to search m underscore UI underscore map overview, this one. And so once you've selected that, you want to click on this checkbox here where it says tactical map texture. And so once you've done that, click save. And then we're going to come back to this file. But now you want to go back to your UI folder, go into your textures folder. And this is where we're now going to import this minimap image of us. So I'm going to drag it in. It's going to say importing. And you can just minimize that. And then we're going to open this. And there's a few things you want to do. And the first thing you want to do is enable this compress with alpha. Once you've done that, you want to change this X and Y axis to clamp, both of them. And then the next thing that you want to do is you want to scroll down here to where it says texture group and make sure you set this to UI. Like so. And then I think that is everything for this. Yep, I think this is all. Let me just double check. Okay, yep, that's everything over here. So we can close that. And now over here on the material instance, all you do is you click on this drop down and now you search for whatever your map's name is. Whoops. If for some reason it's not showing up. Oh, it's because I didn't rename it yet. So this one, what you want to do is you want to call it T underscore map overview. Let me just double check what you're supposed to call it. Okay, it's, yeah, you call it T underscore map overview underscore whatever your map's name is. So after it stopped freezing, okay, so rename map overview. The view can be lowercase and then underscore tutorial. I'll bring a pop-up to show you guys exactly how you should name it, but you basically want to name it T underscore map overview underscore your map's name. So my map's name is tutorial. Obviously you guys will have a different name. And so once you've done that, come over here again and search for tutorial, or search whatever your map's name is and you should find it. And so once you've done that, you just click save, and then we can close the material, and then you want to come over here to world settings, and then I will go to world settings in a minute. And so once you're here, just scroll down until you see tactical map, and then we're going to go back to our UI folder into materials. We're going to drag this one in over there, and then all you do now is click save all. And now I already have my scenario selected, but all you do is just come down, and then just for testing I just disabled the bots, and then I chose my let's quickly test team deathmatch first. And then when you click play, we can quickly check if the minimap is all good. So let's give it a second. Okay, it loaded. And now if we press tab, you guys will see our minimap is working correctly. Now if I come over here to the ammo box, you guys will see it shows we are directly on top of it. And now if we run to the road, you guys will see it shows me I'm exactly where I am. And before I started making this tutorial, or in my previous video, when I was standing here, it was thinking I was here on the building, and in fact I was over here. So the way I just show you guys is the best way I found it the best way to actually create your minimap, because you won't have that issue where the icons are all over the place and not on the correct spots on your minimap. And so yeah, let's quickly close this, and I'll quickly play my checkpoint scenario and just make sure that works. So let's quickly come down, checkpoint, play. Okay, I don't have the bots enabled, but that's fine. And so over here you guys will see there is my A, there is B, and there is C. So the reason why I know these are on the correct spots is because that's exactly where I put my objectives. And so we can quickly run over here without dying. Oh shit. Let me just quickly kill this dude over there. Oh shit. Well guys, I guess you guys get what I mean. But yeah, everything should work if you guys followed the entire video. Your minimap should also be working just fine. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the video here. So if you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And I'll see you guys in the next one.